Let's start with a simple but life-altering truth. If you want to attract more money, you must first learn how to think like someone who already has it. This isn't just a motivational phrase, it's a foundational law of how reality works. Every external result begins with an internal decision. Your current financial state isn't just about your job, your background, or the economy. It's deeply connected to your habitual thoughts. See, wealth isn't something you chase. It's something you tune into, and your thoughts are the frequency dial. If you're constantly thinking about what you lack, you amplify that lack. But if you begin thinking and feeling from a place of abundance, even if your reality hasn't caught up yet, you begin to reshape your energy. And the universe, always listening, begins to respond in kind. This video is going to show you how. You'll learn 10 daily habits that rewire your thinking, shift your emotional set point, and align you with the mindset of someone who naturally attracts prosperity. These are not abstract concepts. They're grounded, practical, and powerful. You don't need to have more to begin, just the decision to start thinking differently. That's how wealth begins, in the mind. How you start your day is how you shape your reality. The first few minutes after waking up are like wet cement. Whatever thoughts you imprint on them will harden and set the tone for everything that follows. If you reach for your phone, check messages, or jump straight into stress, you're unconsciously tuning your mind to react instead of create. But what if, instead, you use that sacred space right after waking to step into wealth consciousness? It doesn't take long. In just 5 minutes, you can shift your entire frequency. Begin by feeling genuine gratitude, not just listing things, but actually allowing yourself to feel the warmth of appreciation. Then, close your eyes and visualize a moment from your wealthy life, not a fantasy, but a memory from your future. Feel it as if it's already done. Finally, speak a statement of identity. I am aligned with prosperity. I am the type of person who attracts wealth easily. These tiny rituals carry massive power. You're not just doing a routine, you're calibrating your internal compass. You're saying, this is who I am now. Start your day on the frequency of abundance, and watch how the world begins to reflect it back. Your words are not just sounds, they are commands to your subconscious, blueprints for your reality, and signals to the universe. Every time you speak about money, you're either reinforcing lack or inviting abundance. Most people don't realize how often they casually say things like, I can't afford that, money's tight, or I'm always broke. These phrases may seem harmless, but they carry powerful emotional energy that keeps you locked into scarcity. Now imagine flipping that script. What if, instead, you said, I'm choosing to spend differently right now, or money is flowing to me in new ways, or I always find a way to increase my income. It's not about lying to yourself, it's about leading yourself. People who attract wealth don't just think differently, they speak differently. Their words are filled with expansion, possibility, and confidence even when things aren't perfect. They don't affirm the problem, they affirm the potential. You don't have to fake being rich, you simply need to speak from a place of trust. Start noticing the language you use around money. Every sentence is either building your future or borrowing from it. Speak like someone who knows that prosperity is already on its way. Most people don't realize this, but the way you feel when money leaves your hands is just as important as how you feel when it arrives. If you sigh every time you pay a bill, or feel tension every time you tap your card, you're unknowingly signaling scarcity. That energy creates resistance because you're telling your subconscious that giving money is a loss, not part of the flow. Wealthy people think differently. They bless the money as it moves. Whether it's going out or coming in, they treat it as part of a continuous cycle. Because it is, next time you spend, pause for a second. Even if it's something small like coffee or groceries, silently say, thank you. There's more where that came from. That one sentence reframes the entire transaction. And when money comes in, whether it's a paycheck, a refund, a gift, or even a surprise dollar on the sidewalk, celebrate it. Whisper, yes, thank you, more of this please. Blessing the movement of money creates a powerful message. I trust the flow. I honor the circulation. I welcome more. When you begin to treat money like a welcome guest, it finds reasons to visit more often. You don't need to make huge leaps to attract wealth. In fact, it's the small, consistent, wealth-aligned actions you take every day that shape your financial destiny. The key is acting as if you already are the person who attracts money naturally. Ask yourself throughout the day, what would the wealthiest version of me do right now? That question is a portal. It guides your behavior toward a new reality, one conscious decision at a time. Would that version of you avoid their bank account or review it with clarity and confidence? Would they ignore a creative idea or take 5 minutes to explore it? Would they impulsively spend to feel good or invest in what actually builds long-term value? You don't need to fake luxury. You need to embody leadership. Real wealth is about how you carry yourself, how you treat time, how you handle decisions. Small shifts like tracking your finances, decluttering your space, or speaking more intentionally about your goals, these are all powerful actions that compound. When you start moving like someone who respects money, money begins to respect you. Don't underestimate the momentum built from micro actions. They're not small, they're magnetic. Your mind is fertile ground, and whatever you allow to grow there will become your experience. If you're serious about manifesting wealth, you must become fiercely protective of your mental environment. Just like you wouldn't pour dirty water into a clean glass, you can't let toxic ideas pollute a wealthy mindset. Most people unknowingly consume scarcity every day. News headlines that amplify fear, social media feeds filled with comparison, conversations centered on lack. These inputs shape your outlook and, over time, your outcomes. It's time to take control. Audit your mental diet. Ask yourself, does this content make me feel expansive or restricted? Empowered or defeated? Unfollow what drains you. Mute what stresses you. Replace it with voices, books, podcasts, and environments that elevate your frequency. Wealthy thinkers surround themselves with prosperity energy. They curate what they listen to, who they speak with, and what they allow into their sacred space. You don't have to live in a bubble, but you do need strong boundaries. Protecting your mind is not optional, it's essential. Your thoughts are your blueprint. Guard them like gold. Because when your inner world is rich, your outer world can't help but follow. Even with the best intentions, life has a way of pulling you out of alignment. A stressful email, a traffic jam, an unexpected bill, any of these can knock your mindset off course. But here's the good news. You don't need hours of meditation or a perfect environment to realign. All you need is the habit of pausing and resetting your frequency. Throughout your day, take small alignment breaks. When you feel tense, overwhelmed, or anxious about money, stop. Close your eyes, breathe in deeply, exhale slowly. Then ask yourself, what am I choosing to believe right now? This simple practice takes less than 60 seconds, but it rewires everything. You're no longer reacting, you're consciously responding. You're interrupting the momentum of scarcity and choosing a higher frequency. Add a mantra if it helps, something like, I return to abundance. I trust the process, wealth is finding me now. These resets don't need to be dramatic, they just need to be consistent. Think of them as energetic course corrections, subtle shifts that keep you tuned into the wealth frequency. The more often you reset, the more naturally you stay aligned. And that alignment is what turns ordinary days into extraordinary manifestations. The way you end your day is just as important as how you begin it. Nighttime is when your subconscious mind becomes most open, most receptive, and what you feed it before sleep often becomes what you wake up feeling the next day. Instead of letting your mind drift into worrying or replay your to-do list, choose to close the day in alignment with abundance. Start with a quick reflection. What went right today? Maybe it was a kind word, a small win, or even a new idea. Write it down or just acknowledge it in your heart. This teaches your brain to seek and celebrate wealth in all its forms, not just dollars. Then, take a minute to visualize. See yourself already living the reality you desire: peaceful, confident, supported, and financially free. Feel the comfort, the freedom, the gratitude. Finally, whisper a closing affirmation. I release all resistance. I trust the flow. Abundance is working while I rest. Let these thoughts carry you into sleep. Because during those quiet hours, your subconscious is working, building neural pathways, reinforcing beliefs, attracting new possibilities. And your day on purpose, align with wealth. And let the night do some of the manifesting for you. Your environment is always speaking to your subconscious, so make sure it's speaking the language of wealth. Visual cues are powerful reminders that keep you aligned, even when life gets noisy. You don't need a mansion or luxury decor to feel prosperous. What you need are symbols that activate your identity as someone who welcomes abundance. Place a gold coin near your workspace. Write a check to yourself for the amount you desire and tape it on your mirror. Set your phone background to an image that represents financial freedom to you. Even one intentional object can shift your state of being. Every time you see these symbols, pause and say, "This is who I'm becoming. Wealth is normal for me." Over time, these subtle cues condition your energy. They remind you to stay aligned, no matter what's happening externally. Create a space that mirrors your next level life and watch how fast it arrives. By now, you've seen the truth. Wealth isn't something you chase, it's something you align with. And that alignment happens through consistent thoughts, feelings, and small daily decisions. The real shift doesn't begin in your bank account, it begins in your identity. You don't need to wait until you're debt-free, or until the perfect opportunity arrives, or until your life calms down. You can start being the version of yourself who magnetizes abundance right now. Becoming a money magnet is about walking differently, thinking with intention, and acting as though the universe is already conspiring in your favor, because it is. Start treating every interaction like a seed. Every word you speak, every dollar you spend, every moment you choose gratitude over worrying, it all counts. It's all energy. Wealth isn't just about cash. It's a way of moving. It's confidence in the unseen. It's peace in the middle of pressure. It's trust in the next step, even when the whole staircase isn't visible yet. From now on, you're not just reacting to life. You're creating it. You are the cause, not the effect. So declare it, own it, feel it. Say it with me: I think like wealth. I speak like wealth. I move like wealth. And because of that, wealth comes to me. Now take that energy and live from it. The magnet is active. The signal is clear. And the results are already on their way. Also, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, comment, share and leave your like. See you soon.